Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jara Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jara Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Jaya Kunjari Dhari Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Subhadramai Jaya Sudarshana Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Gandharvita Giridhari Gandharvita Giridhari Gaurari Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta De Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta De Jayo Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jaya Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tadodayam Udare Natta Praya Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamastoke Bhakti Bhavantanachike Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langere Tegre Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Sri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in the Parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotee and my own purification. Hare Krishna. Today we will be reciting the first canto, 19th chapter, sloka number 38, appearance of Sukadeva Goswami, sloka number 38, 39 and 40. Three series of slokas are interconnected. So we will be covering. Today is the last slokas of this chapter. It's very important to take away a lot of messages from this sloka, how to develop our bhakti. Let us all recite the slokas along with me. Yet charotpyam ato japyam yat karotam nabir prabho smartavyam bhajanyayam va bruhiyatva viparyayam yat chartavyam ato japyam yat kartavyam nirbahi prabho Smartavyam bhajanyayam va bruhiyatva viparyayam yat chartavyam ato japyam yat kartavyam nabir prabhu nirbhi prabhu smartavyam bhajanyayam va bruhiyatva viparyayam. Word by word meaning. Yet whatever sartavyam worth hearing ato thereof japyam chanted yet what also kartavyam executed nirbhihi by the people of in general prabhu O master smartavyam that which is remembered bhajanyayam worshipable va either bruhu please explain yet va what is might be what it may be. Viprayayam, against the principle. Translation purport by His Grace C.S. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Please let me know. So we will go to the next sloka, then finally we will recite on the translation and purport. Next sloka number 39. न्यूनां भगवतो ब्रह्मन् गृहेषु ग्रह मेदिनां न लक्ष्यते ये अवितस्नाम् अपि गो दोहनां क्वच कवित न्यूनां भगवतो ब्रह्मन् गृहेषु गृहमेदिनां न लक्ष्यते ये अविशातनाम् अपि गोदानां कवचित् नूनेनां भगवतो ब्रह्मन् गृहेषु गृहमेदिनां न लक्ष्यते ये अवस्थानाम् अपि गोदोहानां कवचित्. Word by word meaning. Nunanam, because Bhagavata of you who are powerful. Brahmana, O Brahmana, Griheshu, in the house, Grahamedinam, of the householder, not, Lakshat, are seen, exactly, Avashatanam, staying in, Api, even, Donam, milking the cow, Kavachit, rarely. Text number 40. Suta Vacha Evam Abhisita Prahit Prashtaha Saranjanam Salakshayana Gira Pratyabhasta Dharmajina Bhagavan Bhadradaini Suta Uvacha Evam Abhyashita Prishtaha Sarajanam Salakyan Gira Pratyapasta Dharmajino Bhagavan Bhadrayenaha Suta Uvacha Evam Abhishita Prishtaha Sarajana Shalakyana Gira Pratyapasta Dharmajino Bhagavan Bhadranayanaha Suta Vacha Evam Abhishita Prashtaha Sarajana Shlakshanaya Gira Pratyapasta Dharmajino Bhagavan Bhadrayaniha. Word by word meaning. Suta Vacha, Sri Suta Goswami said, Evam, thus, Abhishitaha, being spoken, Prishtaha, and asked for, Shah, he, Rajana, by the king, Shalakshanaya, by sweet, Gira, language, Prakshabhashtaya, began to reply, Dharmajina, one who knows the principle of religion, Bhagavan, the powerful personality, Bhadrayanaha, son of Vyasadeva. Translation purport: His Grace is Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation text 38. Please let me know what a man should hear, chant, remember and worship, and also what he should not do. Please explain all this to me. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjala Salakya Chakshurumiliktam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Swapitam Mena Bhutre Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadambisham Tadamadam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yota Padakamam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Guru Shri Rupam Sagardatam Sagana Raghunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Visakam Nityam Cha He Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopeshta Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namose Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusura Devi Pranamami Hari Vanchakalpadrupacha Kripasindevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vachari Gautama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Pangajanaabhaya Namo Pangajamaline Namo Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangiriye. Hare Krishna, welcome once again for Nityam Bhagavatam Sevya. So we'll continue with the translation for His Grace Yesu Bhakti Vedanta Shri Prabhupada. Sloka number 39. O powerful Brahmana, it is said that you hardly stay in the house of a man long enough to milk a cow. But saints and sages in the renounced order of life go to the houses of the householder at the time of they milk the cow early in the morning and ask some quantity of milk for substance. A pound of milk fresh from the milk bag of a cow is sufficient to feed an adult with a vitamin value, and therefore saints and sages live only on milk. Even the poorest of householders keep at least 10 cows. Each deliver 12 to 20 quarters of milk, and therefore no one hesitates to spare a few pounds of milk for the mendicants. It is the duty of the householder to maintain the saints and sages like the children. So the saint like Sukadeva Goswami would hardly stay in the house of the householder for more than 5 minutes in the morning. In other words, such saints are very rarely seen in the houses of householder, and Maharaj Parishit therefore prayed to him to instruct him as soon as possible. The householder also should be intelligent enough to get some transcendental information from the visiting sages. The householder should not foolishly ask a saint to deliver what is available in the market. That should not be the reciprocal relationship between the saint and the householder. Translation of the sloka number 40. Sri Sutta Goswami said, the king thus spoken and questioned, and the sages using sweet languages The king thus spoken and questioned to the sage using the sweet language. Then the great and powerful personality, the son of Vyasadeva, who knew the principle of religion, began his reply. So let us discuss more detail about how bhakti is getting from the dormant stage to active state, and we will be discussing in detail, taking example of some of the pastime from Ramayana and Mahabharata and Sri Vaishnava Parampara Sampradaya also. So let us go detail, let's discuss about the past, little background about this sloka number 38, where we are standing, just recapturing of the last few months the discussion. Parishit Maharaj asked that what a man should chant, hear and worship, what should not do. Explain all this to me. So the three slokas setting the stage for the importance in human history. So Prabhupada says that entire life is that asking question and getting the answers. Some will ask that, what's the time now? What time temple opens? What did you have breakfast? When you go to doctor, he asks, what happened to you? When you go to shop, you will ask, what's the price of the rice? So day-to-day affairs is full of question and answers only. The simple questions, simply ask question and get answers. Not all questions are the same level. Some questions asked by the children are childish question. It is not a very important. The child may ask you, what is this black color? Why it is black? What is really important is asking, really important is asked by the great persons. The great people ask great questions, ordinary people ask ordinary questions, and the foolish person will ask foolish questions. So grandson of Arjuna, that is Parishit, who was the king of the world, asked the great question, what a caliber of ruling the entire emperor. what a caliber of his consciousness. Hence the question has a great value. Who is asking? So the question we have to analyze who's asking, the venue, the time factor, where is asking, what is the state of his life. So it is his last stage of his life. Shakespeare says, life is a drama. We are all on the stage and we play nice role till curtain closes. When curtain is closed, the drama is over. That is what the last stage of the Parikshit Maharaj life, the 7 days is going to live. He did not ask questions like, what's the price of the milk? What you kept in the fridge? Such silly questions. He asked a very valid question. In the sloka, Bruhi is mentioned. Bruhi means, please explain. I want to know. Arjuna also asked once to Krishna, same way. When you ask a great personality, superior people, we should ask like Bruhi. What should I hear? What should I chant? What should I worship? What should I remember? What I should not do it? For everything, there is a do's and don'ts. So this is how our question should be. Srila Prabhupada says that, what is the duty of a person about to die? So it's very important. It is not only relevant to Parikshit, it is all relevant to everybody in this world. People who lived already died. People who are living now going to die, and people going to take birth in future also one day they will die. So it is not an individual. It is not an individuality. Death is a universal. The great question has been addressed by a great person like Sukadeva Goswami, and the entire Bhagavatam is replying these questions. Of course, we know the answer. Everybody read Srimad Bhagavatam, and the answer comes out very acutely. Lift the consciousness of the soul. So the answer is, what we are hearing is to elevate our consciousness. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam. Our life is like a coconut. An example, Prabhupada quoted. Our life is like a coconut. Initially, it's like a small greenish piece of thing comes out in the tree, coconut tree. As the day goes on, it grows bigger and bigger, and water started accumulating inside, and the pulp started growing. As the day passes, the pulp thickness of the pulp increased to 10 mm, where it is fully ready to use. So maybe sometimes it may fall down also. If you allow to continue to grow, one day all the water inside the coconut dried up, and the pulp comes out of the shell. It is called the ripened state. The pulp is detached from the shell. So this is we have to understand. So Prabhupada call it as a ripened bhakti. We are now in the stage of pulp connected to the shell. Our bhakti is attached with the worldly affairs. As a devotee, we have to understand that. Our bhakti is attached to the worldly affairs. Like we are attached to wife, children, insurance, properties, all these things, etc. We have to use a sharp tool and force to remove from the shell. As a bhakti is in advanced stage, it turns into ripen. Namo Vishnu Padaya. As long as we hang on the feet of the acharyas, bhakti ripen and soul detached from the worldly affairs. That is called ripen of bhakti. Such Such is a relevant example. It is easy to understand that ripened bhakti means detaching from the worldly affairs. It is naturally an organic process and not by force. Allow bhakti to grow naturally and eventually it's separated without any try hard. We lose artificially attachment with the material things in this world. When it's bhakti is ripened, we start losing the interest in the worldly affairs. When we are separated, the soul doesn't have to take another birth in this world. It has got no more desires. So when the soul detached will not take birth is when the soul is fully satisfied and no more desire in this world, then it will not going to take birth. That means it is fully ripened now. What governs our next life? This is a very important question. Any devotee will come across from the common person. What governs our next life? Means what happens to the next life? If we don't ripen our bhakti in this life, okay, that is what has happened. In the 12th canto, it's like a ripened coconut. Parishit completely detached from inside and no longer bother about his death by Takshar the snake. Takshar snake is not a normal water snake. It's very powerful and its venomous can kill millions of people at a time. Such a powerful snake. So the soul is, when his soul is living, the body, but not connected with mind. His soul is Satchidananda in that state. So let the snake bite today or any time later. He is not bothered. When the snake bites him, the body is in fire. Before the body on fire, the soul already left his body. What happens, people like us, you and me, we are not Parishit. We we are stuck coconuts. Our pulse is stuck with a shell, similarly, and not ripened state. We are not in ripened state where the pulp detached from the shell. How do we ripen the bhakti? This another question comes in our mind. So Prabhupada said, ripened bhakti means like a ripened mango. We are all pure devotees like a raw mango. When it turns to the ripened, as we advance, we turn into the ripened mango. Like bhakti is like a ripened fruit. Hearing, chanting and worshipping all the process to ripen the mango, ripen our bhakti. So what to hear? The question comes in our mind is what to hear. We have to hear the glories of Krishna and the great and pure devotees. Soul can release it. So our soul can release only Krishna and the pure devotees' glories. But mind cannot. Mind always related to the worldly affairs, like my child, my wife, insurance, property, etc. If you are thinking of this, that means you are still connected with mind. But soul cannot think like this of insurance, car, properties, wealth, family, etc. Soul can only connect it to Krishna because it is part and parcel of Krishna, and quantitatively soul can connect with a spiritual matter. When you are about to die or near death, we allow us to ripen the our bhakti by hearing more and more and connected with Krishna, hearing about Krishna is like ripening is like ripening the agent of bhakti. Hearing only Krishna is and not worldly affairs. So to ripen our bhakti, we have to hear only Krishna, not mundane things. Younger generations are more attached to the mobiles of worldly affairs, which is more dangerous level. We have to be aware of it. So people getting addicted to mobile and gadgets are moving away from the Krishna conscious. Srimad Bhagavatam is very important for us. The subject which is will not glorify less than Krishna and his pure devotees. It is exclusive and elaborate and deliberately kept away from the worldly things. All other lesser Puranas have the mix of subject, like worldly affairs. Some want to go to the heavenly planet, and yoga system, karma kanda, yoga sadhana, and some bhakti also. It is sort of mixture. Yoga, karma, jnana, bhakti. But Srimad Bhagavatam is purely bhakti only. When you hear about Krishna, it activates the bhakti in our heart. Rupa Goswami says, bhakti is already there in everyone's heart in a dormitory state. Hearing the pastime of Krishna, the bhakti it acts as a bhakti activator. So now you will understand that why we are here the Krishna Katha. By hearing it, it acts as a bhakti activator. That means bhakti is getting ripened up. So let us understand little more detail from the Sri Vaishya Sampradaya, the story of Yamunacharya, a great saint. We are not going, it's a big story. We will cut short with the principle where we will understand and correlate with our sloka. So it's very relevant. He was the son of Bhavacharya, and when he was at 12 years old, there's a great debater in that kingdom named Kolahala. He's very proud of him and very close favorite of Krishna, the favorite of king. King collects tax from the people who he defeats in the debate. So now Yamuna has, that time he was not Acharya, so his name is Yamuna. So Yamuna challenged the Kolahala and ready to face him. It's a long story how he won the debate by asking simple 3 questions, etc. The king bet with the queen, stating that anyone who beat the debate against my favorite person Kolahala, the great Digvijay Pandit, I can ready to give half of my kingdom to that person. And queen also accepted the bid, and both are agreed. And the debate was going on. The Yamunacharya was welcomed with a procession of nice procession, and he was sitting on the top of the elephant and to reach the palace from his ashram. And in the debate, Yamunacharya wins, and he got the half of the kingdom. In the age of 12, child is here, you can say that. Within that 12 years, at the age of 12 years, he became the king. He joined the Gurukula at the age of 5 and he studied all the scriptures, Shastras, and also values of the Sanatana Dharma during the course of 7 years staying in the ashram. Now he became a king and he trained himself to rule the government and become an expert. After becoming king, he had a big responsibilities. Whatever he studied become wind off. Whatever he studied Shastras become wind off, and his Krishna consciousness diminished over a period of time. When he turned into the adult, he planned to expand his kingdom by waging a war against the other people. The king laid a lot of money to wage the war. His grandfather is Natha Muni saw that his grandson fallen from the bhakti. Yamuna was a wonderful devotee of Narayana, but now he is fully involved in worldly affairs as a king. So much enjoyment, food, opulences, royal opulences, army, big army, fallacious luxury. In the process, he put back the bhakti and forgetfulness and completely transit to worldly pleasure. Nathamuni become very upset, very sad about the way it goes. Before he want to leave the body, he requested one of his confidential servant, Ram Misra. I have one request for you before I die. Please get Yamuna into the bhakti. Please get back Yamuna into bhakti. That was his grandfather Nathamuni's request before I die. I don't want him successful king. I want to be a successful Vaishnava. That pathway of the highest realm of bhakti. That is the pathway of highest realm of bhakti. So bhakti, Vaishnavism is very nice. Whereas the king, when he dies, he dies with a bare hand, shortfall of bhakti in his heart. So that's the worry of his grandfather Nathamuni. Ram Mishra took the order and went to the palace. Meeting a king is not that easy. It's a big queue standing, and he is a very intelligent person. He understood that the king is like the greeny vegetables. So one such vegetable is tuduvalai. It is like similar like a palak, or leaf look like a brinjal plant. He will give it to the palace cook and ask him to cook and serve to the king. Tulivale has lot of mineral and nutrition food, which helps to sharpen the mind. Kings knows about it. King was very happy to take Tulivale every day. King asked the cook, who gave it? He told that there is a gentleman who is very conscious of your health and well-wisher. He started supplying it, that's how I am able to cook. After some days, Ram Mishra deliberately stopped supplying the Tuluvale to palace, and the cook also didn't cook. This was noticed by the king, and he asked, "What happened? Why did you stop supplying? Why did you stop serving me?" Then he said that that gentleman stopped coming to the palace, and he was desperately want to meet you. Then king told that, "Okay, please call him. I want to meet him also." So this invitation come from the king. So this is very favorable for Ram Mishra also. So when Ram Mishra came to the palace, king met him and said that, "I need help from you. I want to generate a lot of wealth so that I can wage war and expand the kingdom." He said that, "Yes, I understand that. Your grandfather has a very big treasury of wealth, and he told to inform you only. That's why I came." Then the king said, "Okay, let's go right away." Both of them started walking outskirts of the kingdom and keep on going. After some distance, the king got tired of and he was taking rest in the mandap. During the journey, he said that the treasure is kept in a very secure place. I know the place, and it has been guarded by a very mystical serpent, and the whole place is surrounded by 7 great walls. So he was saying that. And also he was saying that when the king was taking rest, he started singing from the Bhagavad Gita very melodiously with great bhakti. That Krishna's thing turned that, activated the bhakti of the Yamuna. He was forgotten the Bhagavad, forgotten when he became the king. They continued to when Ram Mishra was singing the song, it activated the pastime of the Yamuna's childhood pastimes. So when he was Yamuna was in childhood, he was studied, realized, and grasped the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Now he is forgotten because he became a king. Now they continue to walk, and whenever they get a chance to take rest, and Ram Mishra continue to sing the songs of Bhagavad Gita melodiously and with great bhakti. That transformation happens after some distance. Ram Mishra, Yamuna asked the Ram, he started trusting the Ram Mishra and asked that, "Where are we going? Where is the treasurer?" The Ram Mishra told it. The BG slok, Ram Mishra told that we are going to meet, the treasure is none other than the Ranganath, and the mystic snake is Anantashesha, and the 7 great walls are the 7 doors of the temple. So, Shravanam of the Krishna is the bhakti activator, which activates the dormant bhakti. As the king heard more and more of Bhagavad Gita, he asked Ram Mishra more about Bhagavad Gita songs. And Ram Mishra told the king that, "Please come, we are near to that temple, and let's have visit that Lord also." When the king passed the 7 gates and saw that Ranganath, he got overwhelmed in the ecstasy and started crying. The cry for the repentant that he has forgotten the servant of the repentant for the neglected to serve Ranganath, prime duty of servant of Ranganath. So here, when your bhakti is activated, then the symptoms you can feel that. Here the king got the symptoms that he started repentant for neglecting the prime duty of servant of Ranganath in vain worldly pursuit of material world. When he got the wealth again, he cherished the wealth like a child. When he saw the Ranganath, he cherished the wealth like a child. When Ram Mishra reminded him to go back to kingdom, Yamuna said that, no, you don't want to go back. The king's bhakti is completely ripened. The pulp of when the pulp comes out of the shell, it's like a pulp coming out of the shell. No longer want to enjoy the king no longer want to go back to kingdom and enjoy what he was. Now he is taken a saintly person and become a great Yamunachari, the spiritual master of the Ramanujacharya, one of the greatest saints in Sri Parampara. He wrote many scriptures, and the famous one is Shrota Ratna. Today, Sri Vaishnavas released one of the greatest scriptures glorifying the Lord Narayana. Hearing about the Lord actually is however, even it is true, there is a quality of hearing. It is not a passive hearing, okay, what's next? It is actually being observed. That's what we are to understand. Hearing means, chanting and hearing means we have to be observed. We have to observe like Parishit Maharaj. In the next canto, he'll be hearing from the Sukadeva Goswami, not thinking of when it gets over. He actually observed. He actually releasing the soul. When you hear it, your soul is releasing it. As the rasa of the bhakti is nourished his soul, he is slowly losing the outside world, and he is no more feeling that I am thirsty, I want water, I want food, I should take break. All these symptoms are not coming because he is releasing. It is one of the amazing pastime in this world. Several thousands of sages along with Parishit sat for 7 days and releasing the Srimad Bhagavatam day and night. When you are so absorbed in hearing, you will not take break. It is the day and night, simply one activity. What is that? That is hearing, hearing, more hearing. This is called Bhakti Activator. Srila Prabhupada says that Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, absorption means when the absorption of immune of the death, then our absorption is much stronger. The absorption should not be casual. When it's not in immune, chant Hare Krishna, it's wasting of time. One of the retreat in 1990, the faculty asked that participant chant as if you have got only 5 mantras to chant before you die. Such an intensive chanting is required before you die. It's not a casual, it's not giggling away. It's a serious. It comes not from your mouth, lips or tongue. It comes from the deep inside your heart. The state of consciousness. In that workshop, one of the devotee, he got ripen up the bhakti. He started telling, enough is enough. He's from the Bangalore, attended, but he don't go back to his profession. He become full-timer and a senior most devotee in the temple. His bhakti got activated by the Japyam, we call. In the sloka it is mentioned, Japyam chanted. So that type of chanting has to be happen. Then only it activates the bhakti. When we know that what to chant Hare Krishna, we know that what to chant Hare Krishna, we have to chant Hare Krishna. This we do every day regularly. Are we doing in absorption? That is a question. We have to do in absorption with awareness of immune to death. It actually activates our dormitory of bhakti. Bhakti is the energy of soul. This is an important point for the devotees. Let's take up another example from the Ramayana, Mother Sita. Of all scriptures, Mother Draupadi and Mother Sita are the greatest personalities. They have gone through the experience which no woman wants to get through. The greatest amount of misery any woman can face. For Draupadi, it says Asasa Sabha, she went through bitter experience. Mother Sita, when she was in Asok Vatika, surrounded by Rakshasis, they are very ugly looking, headless, mixture of animal body, eyes will be in the chest, without nose, so many ugly look. They are torturing Sita Maya, scare her. Their duty is to scare Sita Maya so that she will surrender to Ravana. Sita Maya didn't get any information about Rama, Lakshmana or where she about. Which part of that? Every day is threatened to death and violent of killing. When Hanuman reached Lanka, he turns his body into a small cat and starts searching for Sita, roaming around entire Lanka. Finally, he reached Ashoka Vatika and he transformed his body into a small creature which he can hide behind the leaf of the tree. He could hear a big sound, Ravana entering to the Ashoka Vatika, and he was it was a pain to hear what he was speaking to Sita Maya. If you don't surrender, I will eat you like for my breakfast. He was using unholy words, rude and cruel words to a saintly lady like Mother Teresa, Mother Sita. She is so much suffering emotionally and physically. Ravana told Rakshasis, you enhance torture so that she will surrender immediately. Use any method so that she surrenders. Hanuman became furious and want to punch all the Rakshasis, but he didn't do it because he is a messenger of Ram and he came to give message to Mother Sita. Any message, the message is Rama is alive, he is coming with a big army to recover Mother Sita. Mother Sita was tormented. She did very painful act. Looking at the top of the tree, and she took her bridal hair, tied one of the hair on the branch of the tree and other hair on her surrounding her neck. When she leaves that, she will hang herself and die. She could not tolerate any more torture and humiliation and sufferings. She wanted the end of her life. The moment she released the branch, Hanuman saw all these things and thinking how to react in that situation. He is getting millions of thoughts at a time. How to prevent Mother Sita, the last act of ending her life. Hanuman is the most intelligent creature in this whole world. He knows exactly what's the right time, what to do. He started chanting, glorifying the Lord Ram and forms of the Lord, beautiful body of the Lord in our language, which was spoken in the Ayodhya. Though Hanuman was knowing that Sanskrit, because Ravana also knows Sanskrit. So Hanuman was trained from Surya. He is a disciple of Surya and Vivaswan. When he speaks the Avari language, he explained that Ram's effulgent emerald green body, ability to mesmerize anybody, describing childhood pastime in Avari language. Sita Maya was hearing it. She was absorbed in hearing Ram Katha. She disconnected her hand and unwound her neck from the bridal hair. She sat down and absorbed in Katha. Not only desired to end her life, first time in her life, for Ram got nourished. Till such time she was brainwashed by the Rakshashis. Your Ram is dead, that's why he didn't come to rescue you. You think he will come? No, he's already dead. These are the words Rakshashis was going on telling to Sita Maya. When she hears the Ram is well-being and missing me, the way I am suffering from missing Ram, he is also crying for me also. When she feels Ram is loves for her, she gets a hope that all will be well. This is the power. The story is powerful. Why? Because Sita is a bhakti personified and Chatrovayam can also activate. From the sloka, Chatrovayam means hearing. Can also activate bhakti. In one who bhakti, Sita Maya is bhakti personified. For such a person also, hearing the pastime of Ram activated bhakti. The ability of, we have ability to speak and hear. The two important faculty, not even hands and legs, if it doesn't work also, no worry. When we have the ability to speak and hear, that two important faculty we have to take care, because we want to hear Krishna Katha and speak Krishna glories. If we do it regularly, that will activate our bhakti, take us fulfillment of our very life. Hare Krishna. So here the conclusion of this sloka is hearing and chanting is very important to activate our bhakti. Thank you. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna Mataji. You are missing Bhagavatam class.
No. Actually, can you share that link? Prabhuji, actually, I've seen, but it's not updated, right? That link. What is that time? Bhagavatam?
It is 8:15 morning.
Okay, 8:15 to
9:15. 1 hour. 45 minutes to 1 hour only.
Okay. No, it's a live session.
Yeah, live plus it's also videos there and the this thing.
Can you share that link or something?
Yeah, it I'll check.
Are you taking in the Zoom or
YouTube. Because many people want to see. Two.
వేరే బస్ వచ్చాను వేరే వస్తున్నాను
Jitu is expert in this. Actually, everyday class is there. Actually, this week, today is the only day I'm cooking.
No, once I tried.
Yeah, I'll show that. I don't know. It went over.